We're going to talk about the bench press for a couple of minutes. Bench press is got the shortest kinetic chain of all of the primary exercises that are involved in the starting strength method. But there are lots and lots of ways to screw this up. So what we're going to do is talk about a couple of fine detail points about the bench press here for a few minutes. Now notice that we are benching on one of our beautiful starting strength wooden benches in a starting strength power rack. The power rack protects you. If you bench in the power rack, you set pins to protect you against getting killed. Now listen, this is important. The bench press is really the only exercise in the weight room that kills people on a regular basis. 7 or 8, 9 people a year get killed bench pressing all over the world. It happens. But if you are in the rack and you have pins set at the correct height to protect your chest and your throat from a possibly dropped barbell, then you are protected against, a heinous death under the bench press. The power rack is the safest way to bench. Now, if you've got an upright support bench that you train in at the gym, that's fine, but you need spotters. This setup largely eliminates the requirement for spotters during the bench press because you can get out of the rack by yourself, do the set, even if the last rep is a grind, and then put it back on the bolts in the back and have everything be perfectly safe the whole entire time. This is very important. There are people that in your family that don't want you dead, all right? And being dead is one of the primary drawbacks to being dead is it's very hard to get stronger thereafter. Set it up like this in the power rack. Now, when you set the bench press up in the power rack and you take the thing out of the rack, off of the bolts in this particular situation, and pull the bar out to where it is vertical to your shoulder joints. Now you've read about this in the blue book, so I'm not going to go into the mechanics of this right here. But when you come down to touch the chest at the bottom of the bench, the distance between lockout and chest is largely dependent upon how high your chest is, and that is largely dependent upon your ability to adduct your shoulder blades together in the back, like that, pushing your chest up. Adducted shoulder blades hold the scapulas flat against the bench, and they make a stable surface against which you will press on the bench itself. See, in the bench press, you're pushing the bar, but you're also pushing the bench. You're driving the bench and the bar apart by pushing on both of them at the same time. Now don't be fooled by this because the only thing moving is the bar. The shoulders adducted, your shoulder blades pulled together in the back as close as you can get them, not only pushes your chest up, but it forms a stable platform against which to push the bench. This is the same thing as having your feet in a secure position on the deadlift or the squat. The shoulder blades become the foundation of the lift in this particular situation. It's the only one of the exercises where the foundation of the lift is not the feet. But in this case, your shoulder blades are your feet. And they've got to be in the right position in order to do the bench movement correctly. So plan on doing this. All of this material is in the book. And the pulling the shoulder blades back together, adducting the shoulder blades, has got to be the thing you do right before you take the breath to go down into the bottom of the bench. Right before that breath takes place, the shoulder blades must be squeezed together in the back. If you do this correctly, you greatly improve the efficiency of your bench press. So think about this, study it, and do it correctly from now on.